For the past few years, I've been really passionate, and I think passionate is probably not even a good enough word for this. I've been really, what's the word? Irritated by my world. And being this young person that I am, I think it is really important that I address this. The reason I decided to do this on camera was because I've just basically been having this conversation with myself. Recently I've been in the house by myself alone and I've been talking to me, and it's just driving me crazy. And I've just had this shower, so pardon the wet hair. I've had one of those thinking showers where I've just really been thinking about what to do about this. And what I'm talking about is my planet, my home, and my lifestyle. Spreading the word about sustainability. But then I've not actually been self-reflective, I've not been critical of what I'm doing in this sense. And the thing is, I feel incredibly guilty because I feel I've not done anything significant. I'm still travelling, I'm still eating meat, and the thing is, it's a struggle, and I feel especially for young people. A lot of young people, even though they care about their planet, they care about being sustainable, don't talk about it or are not vocal about it because of this level of hypocrisy. And this is kind of a self-confession. I am a hypocrite. I truly believe that we need to live a sustainable life in order to preserve the earth and meet the big goals that we have as nations, as continents, as the world, such as the Paris Agreement. Yet I have aspects of my life that are incredibly unsustainable. And me talking about this is just to urge the beginning of a conversation, because I have decided that I'm going to make significant signposts throughout this more sustainable journey that I'm trying to begin. And this involves not just myself, but people around me that are part of my society or others globally around the world, to talk about the challenges. So I urge you to share this video to begin this conversation, whether it's in the comments below talking about what you think the greatest challenges are for you. Please share them in the comments below, or do a video response kind of like this. Just put on a camera, press record and link them in the comments below. We'll watch them and reply. It's with any kind of problem solving, isn't it? If you think something isn't right, you have to think about what the challenges are and what the possible solutions are. But I think it's time for me to be self-reflective and make key changes in what I'm doing. And the first thing I'm going to start with is food. I am an absolute food lover, not just in terms of quantity, but also variety. I absolutely love trying out new food. The best part of traveling for me is looking for the new food, the culture, I think food encapsulates local culture so well. But the biggest challenge in that is eating meat. People who are vegan, honestly, hats off to you. Please send your tips on how you began with it, because I've tried being a vegetarian. I've said, okay, I'm going to be a vegetarian for a week, 2 weeks, and build it up that way. I've just found it hard to stick with it. I've not been that creative with what ingredients I can have when I know there are so many more options for me. So that's in terms of cooking. And then in terms of kind of eating out, I've found, especially when I've travelled, there's not that many options for vegetarians. And if there are, they aren't as great. And especially being a student, young in, my early 20s, I am broke. In fact, no, I'm in negative numbers. I have minus money. So when I'm going out for a meal or treating myself, I always think, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go full out. I'm gonna get that big meal, which has me. It is, luxurious in a way. And that is another big challenge for me. So if for those vegetarians watching out there, what do you think would be a great way to overcome this. So food is a big thing. This one is a personal one, but fashion. I'm a marketing student and I hope to work in fashion marketing in the future if possible, or in the creative industry if possible. And hopefully in the future I can have a positive impact in my workplace in terms of what we do as a business and the strategies I implement, and direct them, which has a positive impact in terms of obviously the profits, because that's the whole point of a business, but also the planet, the people involved in the process, and everyone being treated fairly and that sort of thing. However, in terms of my personal life and what I'm consuming myself, fashion is a challenge. Fast fashion particularly is something I want to address. I'm not going to talk too much in this video in detail, but it's a starting point. And I'm going to create these videos as a checkpoint of how I improve in my sustainable lifestyle, what aspects I'm improving, what I'm doing to make a difference, because rather than projecting outwards, I want to start with me. So please share this video if you have similar difficulties as me, and I'm openly going to say I'm a hypocrite because I don't think my life is perfect in terms of sustainability, and there's so much more I need to do. But I think I'm kind of proud of myself for seeing this as a starting point. The date today is the 29th of April. So let's see if I actually have the courage to upload this. And the reason I'm recording the date is so that it's a note to myself of how long it took me to actually have the guts to put it online. But please share this, and please share your own comments and thoughts. I would love to hear them. Any tips you have in terms of the two main things I mentioned in this video, food and fashion, both of which are big parts of my life. So thank you for listening to me, whilst being aware of the challenges I have in terms of money restrictions, in terms of enjoying myself and still living a full life, and not thinking that this is in some way hindering all of that. So yeah, I just want to end it there. Thank you for listening.